a few packages today, all from Books A Million, that I'm going to be unboxing today. I noticed the last couple times I've ordered from them, as well as this time, even if you order everything on one order, they will just kind of ship them out however they have them at the warehouse. But I'm excited to get into these. But before I do, I have a few volumes of manga that I got throughout the month of pre-orders, as well as a couple other things. So first I'll start with the pre-ordered volumes of manga. So first, I have Kaiju number 8, volume 7. So this is just the newest release for this series. I have already read, I believe, into volume 9 on the Shonen Jump app. So I haven't been reading my physical volumes as I've been getting them, but I am looking forward to maybe when I get volumes 8 and 9, starting from the beginning again and just doing a full read through of it. So this is a shonen series that follows a group of people who have been tasked to protect civilians from the monsters or kaiju that are coming into populated areas and attacking people. So happy with each new volume I get of this series, and I do love that all of the spines are really colorful, so even though I haven't been reading my physical volumes yet, I have been enjoying looking at them on the shelves. I got Love of Kill volume 12, and I read it as soon as I got it. I really love this series. I really liked this volume. So the main story is concluded already in Japan at 13 volumes, so this is the second to last volume. There's one more. This is a Josei series that follows an assassin. And this volume was really interesting. It kind of went back to some of the content from the first couple volumes of the series and expanded on it. So it kind of answered some questions and also added some complexity to the story. And now I'm just really, really excited for the final volume 13 to kind of see how everything gets wrapped up. Right now in Japan, there are additional bonus chapters that are still serializing after the conclusion of the main story. So I really, really am hoping that Yen Press is going to translate those for us as well once those are completed over there. And then I got volume 4 of A Condition Called Love. This is a shoujo high school romance series that I really, really like. It is ongoing in Japan, I believe. Volume 12 just came out, maybe 12 or 13. And I have read through volume 12 digitally, and I love this series. The two main characters are so sweet, and their relationship is just so adorable. But I've been reading these volumes as they've been releasing physically, and I just got this one, and I haven't read it yet, so probably in the next week or two, I'm gonna reread volume 3 and then read this new volume 4. So looking forward to that, as well as the upcoming releases of this series. And then I also got this 6th omnibus volume of Tokyo Revengers, so volumes 11 and 12. And I just read this week, and I really enjoyed it. It covers the content that is kind of at the climactic point of the Christmas Showdown arc. And it really heavily features my favorite character, Mitsuya, so I really enjoyed it. I really am loving these omnibus volumes with every release. I just am so impressed with how well they're made and how nice they are. I'm really happy that we got Tokyo Revengers as a physical release in English, but then also just that they're such nice omnibus volumes. So the cover, and then the other volume cover that was not chosen to be the omnibus cover is this one. But throughout there are, I believe it was in this volume, I'm not going to show because of any spoilers, but I believe there are some color pages as well in this volume and the previous volume, which is a nice little treat when we get color pages. But this is a shonen series that follows a bunch of middle school and high school age delinquents that are in gangs There are some supernatural elements of time travel, and I just really enjoy this series. It does have a 2-season anime that does cover, the second season covers this content and a little further, I believe. And season 3 is going to start airing this fall. But it's complete at 31 volumes, so I kind of can't believe that we're already almost at the halfway point. So looking forward to the next volumes I get for Tokyo Revengers. Okay, the next thing I have is the One Piece Color Walk Compendium. And this is the third omnibus, New World to Wano. And if you've watched my other recent haul videos, I did get this in an earlier haul, but it was defective. There were pages that were folded and sealed together. So after a long ordeal of getting that one returned to Right Stuff Anime, I did just a few weeks get this replacement copy sent out to me, and I'm so thrilled now to have it. I love these One Piece art books. They're so nice, and this is the English color walk, so there are interviews that are translated into English, and each color walk for the English releases are 3 of the Japanese color walks. So right now we have 3 color walk compendiums, so I believe that covers the first 9 Japanese color walks. So looking forward to when we get the next one. But really happy to have this. I do have the other color walk compendiums, so I'll be adding this to my art bookshelf. And then I also got this official guide for The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. And it's so nice. We do also have the official guide for Breath of the Wild, and so it matches in size to that one. But my husband and I are big fans of The Legend of Zelda. We really enjoy all of the Zelda games. Breath of the Wild is my favorite Zelda game, and I've been really enjoying Tears of the Kingdom as well. And I'm not going to flip through this because it is a guide, so there are spoilers in here, but I'll try to turn to a few different pages to just show some of the illustrations that are in between chapters. This one of Link. So it does contain a lot of text and also a lot of screenshots of gameplay. I'll cover this. But there are some pretty illustrations sprinkled throughout as well. But this was one that we pre-ordered on Amazon, and so happy to add it to our collection of Zelda reference books. Another thing that I got recently, and I'm just gonna show it in action. I got the Black Glove hand set from Crunchyroll, and I'm just so thrilled about it. Like, this is just one of the hands, but Rangha is my favorite character. This is my favorite Nendoroid, and he's a character who's always wearing black gloves, and so as soon as I saw it listed, I knew I had to have it, but when I did see that it was listed, I had missed the pre-order window. So for the past several months, I've been keeping a tab open and just regularly refreshing it And when I saw that they were in stock, I ordered a pack right away because I needed to give Rangha some versatility so that he could do a little peace sign or a little thumbs up, because the hands that he came with for his Nendoroid were just like one to hold his gun, one to hold a phone, just some really basic ones. So I thought this was pretty cool. And then another thing that's cool about it is that the wrists have a little joint, so it's adjustable. I thought that was really cool. But I just absolutely love the fact that he is just giving a peace sign. So happy to have that little set now. There was also a white glove version, but I don't own any Nendoroids with characters that wear white gloves, so that was not one that I needed right now. And then last thing before I get into these boxes, I got a package from a friend who recently went to Anime Expo, and while she was there, picked up a few things for me, and I was really surprised and excited when she messaged me and said she had a few things to send me. So one of those things was a little print from Tokyo Pop from the series We Can't Do Just Plain Love. This is an 18+ title, and it is one that I enjoy. So she sent that along to me, as well as this set of Haikyu stickers. Super cute, but also just really funny. Also this Anime Expo lanyard with Gojo. And I just think this is so cool and special because I've never been to an anime convention. So I honestly just live vicariously through all of my friends who go to conventions and post footage on YouTube or on Instagram and just share photos with me. And so what a treat that I'm able to have these goodies. And then also this lovely, lovely print of Vash from Trigun Stampede. So this is a series that I have not read, and I haven't watched the older seasons of the anime, so I've just watched Trigun Stampede, but I really enjoyed it. I really like Vash. I have heard that there is a hardcover deluxe release that's going to be happening soon for an older section of the story for the manga, which does interest me because even though Trigun Stampede has a different art style from the older anime and just the manga, I do kind of like it. So it is something that I'm planning to give a try in the future as they're released. But I'm just loving these little goodies that were sent to me. Thank you so much, Cadence. I really, really appreciate your thoughtfulness. And I love that she remembered that I liked Trigun Stampede and that I like Vash because I've been on the lookout for a Trigun Stampede fan art, either of Vash or of one of both Vash and Wolfwood together. Okay, but let me get all this stuff out of the way and get these boxes opened. I cut these ones open first because I'm so terrible at opening these envelopes of these like single volume mailers that are like shrink sealed into these, but I'll do my best. Okay, One Piece. So let me get these ones all out of the boxes as well. These ones all smell kind of like detergent or like soap. Okay. Okay, so split up between those two boxes and that envelope was volumes 91 to 103 of One Piece, excluding volume 96 because that's one that I already have. So in my last haul video, I did just receive the 4 box sets for One Piece. So that was volumes 1 to 90. And then during the Books A Million 3 for 2 sale, Shonen Jump volumes were included as part of that sale. So I did use that opportunity to pick up the rest of the volumes that have been released in English. So 91 to 103, and then volumes 104 and 105 are available for pre-order. Because I did get the One Piece box sets at a really good deal, I got them at like 45% off. I wanted to make sure that if I was then gonna pick up the rest of the volumes as singles, that I was getting a good deal on them too. So not only was I able to use the 3 for 2 discount, but then I also had a discount code. So these all ended up being about 50% off. So I'm really, really happy about that. I did just reorganize my entire collection to fit 100 volumes of One Piece. And even though I just recently read the entire series this spring on the Shonen Jump app, I am gonna eventually start from the beginning and reread the whole series again. And then my husband is like around volume 30 right now and is gonna pick up where he left off from the app and just continue in the physical volumes. So I'm really happy that now for our collection, we're caught up on the One Piece volumes. I kind of can't believe that just like within a week or a week and a half, we received all the volumes. So my collection really did just go from like just under 500 volumes, bumped up to just over 600 volumes within a week. So, so for anyone who doesn't know, One Piece is an adventure series about pirates. The reason that I started reading it is because of its popularity. It does have an anime that is super popular, but I was more inclined to read the manga than get into the anime, and I really enjoyed it, even though this series started in the 90s. Just right away from volume 1, I liked the art style. I liked the humor. Throughout the series, there are so many characters, you meet so many people, and there are so many characters that I just absolutely love. And so even though there were some sections of the series when I was reading it that I didn't care for, the characters that I liked and the part of the story that I did like definitely outweighed that. And I mean, obviously, if I'm over here buying over 100 volumes of manga for it, so. But if you have the Shonen Jump app, I would definitely recommend giving this series a try if you've ever been curious about it. Another thing that really just pushed me over the edge to give the series a try and get into it was just all of the amazing fan art that I saw before I knew anything about the series. I haven't watched the anime. I have watched a few of the recap movies and just some of the movies. But I am looking forward to the live action that'll be coming out in August. I'm not going to be too critical of it because, of course, they can't just capture everything exactly the way it is in the manga. But from what I've seen, just from the advertising and the trailers, I do really like how a lot of the characters were cast, and it seems like they put a lot of work and effort into bringing the series to life and really just making really amazing sets. And the fact that the mangaka did play a big role in it and got to have the final say about changes being made so that his work and his vision would be preserved in the live action. So looking forward to that. But this is everything for my haul today. All of my recent pre-orders, a guidebook and art book, and then catching up on a newer series to my collection and now completing it for what's out in the physical volumes so far. As well as these lovely goodies that were gifted to me from a friend. So I hope you enjoyed watching as I went through everything and as I opened up my new manga. In addition to some upcoming pre-orders that I do have on the way, I do have a couple new series that I decided to start collecting that I should be receiving in the next couple weeks, so really looking forward to sharing that with you guys. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon in another video.